Hello team, thank you for joining us on our newbie training Plexus 101 training video call, Zoom call. I'm glad you guys could join us. We have a lot of people joining us live, which is really great and exciting. I'm going to be doing these Zoom calls at least once a month, and I'm going to record them. So I'm kind of thinking I might start doing like one a month, and like this month, obviously I'm doing it at 6 o'clock time so that it helps the people that are Illinois, Indiana, Florida, all you guys more east, because then it's 9 o'clock your time, because I'm in Arizona. And then like maybe the next month I'll do like 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock Arizona time. But the good thing is I'll record it so you guys can all get up onto speed. But basically I'm just going to go through some training points that I think will help you guys get started on your Plexus journeys. And then I'm going to have time also where you guys can ask question and answer, and we can help each other a little bit get started, because we do have some seasoned ambassadors on here with us, which is great. So between the Summer and Lori, Gold and Senior Gold. So I'm going to get started. And first of all, I just want to say welcome to Plexus. We're glad that you've joined Plexus. I joined Plexus in January of 2015. It was the best $34.95 I could have ever spent, because my husband and I got healthy, and then I started earning income from working from home. And it was an unexpected business. I've never done any network marketing, but I was passionate about the get-go, and because of that, I kind of can't help but share it. And this last month, I promoted to Emerald, which is super exciting, because soon I'm going to pick out my free Lexus and go to Hawaii with my husband, all on compliments of Plexus. And so I just want to encourage all of you that are just starting, like, Plexus can be as big or as small as you want it to be, but totally the sky is the limit. If you set out to really share it and are consistent with that every day, you can be where I'm at, and I want you to be where I'm at, because it's a pretty good gig. So I just am here to encourage you getting started out and give you some tips that I've learned over the 14 months that I've been with Plexus. So the first thing that I want to point out is I do have a set of training videos that actually I didn't write. Beep, beep. It was Jen Hopkins. She's a Diamond Ambassador, and she did a whole set like of 8 weeks worth of training videos, and they're great. They are on my team page somewhere. I need to go back and find them and just pin them and keep them at the top of our page. Lately I've been tempted to just pin stuff that I want to make sure you guys see, but I think I'm going to just start pinning that at the top. That way when you join, you have some training videos to look at. And then also, as you add ambassadors yourself, as you have your team growing, they have a good system to all kind of follow, so we're all on the same page. And then, of course, we're going to be doing these training. I just want lots of training for you guys, because I want to help you guys be successful at this. And the cool thing is Plexus has such a great compensation plan and great support from all of us on our team and our upline, that it's not super hard to start earning income even from the very beginning. So go to the training videos, share those. Right now, this month, I started doing sharing a video that's called Silver in 7 Days, and we have some prizes going on and stuff with that. But those videos are great for anyone that's just joined Plexus or has just decided to do the business, because just really good tips on there. How to communicate with people, how to reach out, how to get started successfully on the right foot, and how, to have that goal of going silver. So I'll explain what silver is. Silver is basically just getting 3 people to join Plexus. You can reach out to your friends and family. There's lots of ways to do that, or just talk to people, post on Facebook. And I'm going to get into that a little bit later. But the silver, if you have 3 people join Plexus underneath you, then Plexus sends you a $100 bonus. So it's a great way to get started earning money to get your products paid for, because you get paid for those 3, and then you get a $100 bonus on top of that. So it's really a great way. My first month that I joined, I signed up 1 person, just so you know. So I didn't take off like crazy at the beginning. But that next month in February, I had 4 ambassadors on my team. Okay, and now I have almost 700. And that's just because I got 3 and then I trained my team to get 3. And so that's the power of duplication. Like you can, you know, find 3 people that are passionate about Plexus like you are, and it might take you 15 people to find 3, or it might take you 25 people to find 3, or 100 people to find 3. But you just keep finding people that want to join Plexus, and eventually you'll find your 3. And when you do that, then amazing stuff obviously can happen. So just want to encourage you to be, so I'll give you an idea. Like for me, when I first started, I did post on Facebook. You don't have to post on Facebook, but I'm telling you that it works because it takes off the pressure of the awkwardness of, hey, I'm selling this Plexus thing. Like you don't even have to say that. You just post about it on Facebook, and then people start asking you and coming to you. Like, what are you doing? What's Plexus? You know, or they watch your results. They watch your journey. So when I joined Plexus, I, you know, immediately loved the products and stuff. And I think my first post was probably about 4 or 5 days in. And my post was, I don't need any more Diet Coke. You know, like all of a sudden I don't crave Diet Coke. And I think it was a cheesy graphic actually that said like pink is the new brown. And I don't recommend cheesy graphics, but back then I didn't know any better. So, so I posted that, and then it kind of got the conversation started. And now I kind of tell people, just post a cute picture of yourself with a, or post a picture of your products on your kitchen counter that's clean. Don't do messy pictures. But you know, like just share, put it out there that you're doing Plexus, and or have you heard of Plexus? And then people will be like yes or no, or a lot of them will be like no, I've never heard of it. So that's a great way to just get started and get the conversation started. When you post on Facebook, you do want to be careful of a few things. So you don't want to go on there. I mean, obviously in the beginning, you're not going to have crazy health testimonies right away, but you never know, you might. You know, you just don't want to mention things like, I don't have migraines anymore, or I don't have to be on my medication, my prescription medication anymore. You don't want to name diseases. That's just what we call being non-compliant. We have a compliance department with Plexus, and you know, just don't want to be making medical claims because we're not a drug company. We're a supplement company. And it is true that Plexus has amazing health testimonies and results, but we just want to be careful in our wording. So, you know, you can do things like, my head was in a vice once a month, or, you know, I haven't been to the doctor in a really long time and I used to go a lot, or, you know, just come up with creative ways to word that. And if anything, really, I think it's going to build more conversations with people. They're going to be curious even more. You know, sometimes if you just fill out all the details all on one thing, you know, we call that Plexus vomit. It's like giving them too much information at once, and it kind of turns them off or overwhelms them. So it's better really to just give them little nuggets anyway. So that is one thing to keep in mind when you're posting. And then 2, really share from your heart. Make it sincere. Make it your journey. You're really sharing your journey. That's what I did. I did take, this was a suggestion Christine gave me when I started because I did want to lose weight, and I have lost 40 pounds. But I took like the picture of myself in a really unflattering, snug, tight t-shirt and jeans, and I hated it and all that, but I posted it because I could visually tell after like just a little over a week that I was losing inches. So when I posted that picture, that really did start my business. And then people watched that journey. They watched me look better and better in that t-shirt. So it was really kind of inspiring to people, and I got a lot of ambassadors and customers that way, and people were like, I want to try it. So that is a very powerful post if you do need to lose weight, you know, to have a side-by-side picture of yourself and to show your journey. If you don't have that, you can always share someone else's. We are great about letting you borrow our stuff. But that's just something on the weight loss. But that's the thing too, like when I first started Plexus, I thought it was all about weight loss, and it's so not. I mean, there's so many wonderful health benefits and energy and better sleep and all these other things that people are dying to have. They're craving for it. That's why we're such a successful company. So the other thing I would tell you to do is, you know your why, know why you're doing Plexus. I mean, obviously, if you're on this call, you're kind of thinking either I just want to get my products cheaper, or I want to pay for my products, or I want to pay for my mortgage, or I want to be a diamond ambassador someday. And you may not even know what all you want to do yet. You know, when I first joined, I just thought I want to like get it a little bit cheaper. Sure, why wouldn't I? I might share it with a few people. Obviously, God had other plans. So, you know, it is an amazing, amazing opportunity. But kind of know your why, write it out, make it more than just a sentence or two, make it a page or two. And the longer you share Plexus, your why will kind of change over time. You know, you'll get a little more in depth with it because it's amazing helping people. Like, I can't tell you how just inspiring and rewarding it is to have those text messages or Facebook messages come in where people are telling you that I don't toss and turn all night long anymore. I sleep all night. You know, my husband's cholesterol is down. His lab reports are so much better. Or, you know, just all those little things that we get are so inspiring. Even just that I'm pooping every day and I've been chronically constipated. I mean, funny stuff, but it's true. So we talk about poop, but anyway, and then, okay, so then know your why. The other one is, I'm almost done. I have 8 of these. Well, yeah, really 7 because I already talked about going silver. The other one is do a list of 100 people. You may think you don't know 100 people, but you do. Even just on Facebook, you can look at that and make a list off of there. Make a list off of friends you know from church, friends you know from activities that your kids are in or that you're in, coworkers, past coworkers, high school friends. I mean, you just sit down and make a list of 100. And what I would do with that list is reach out with people. That's something I wasn't really trained to do from the beginning, and I didn't really think to do it because I was pretty busy just in Facebook land, but not everyone gets a lot of Facebook magic. So it is important to reach out, and I think, looking back, I really wish I would have reached out from the beginning because now I have ambassadors that are joining me that could have been like sponsored by me, but they're getting sponsored by my downline, which is okay. It's still beneficial, but it would be more beneficial if I signed them up. So definitely learn from my mistakes and reach out to people. And you can be, you're not pushy, you're not salesy. You're just like, hey, I can't get you off my mind. I just want to share this with you because I think you would benefit from whatever it is, the products, the business opportunity. There's lots of creative ways, and I could go on and on about that. You'll see that on our team pages. We have lots of good tips for that, how to reach out. And then the last thing I'll tell you guys to do is that if you will get business cards, that's a huge thing because, you want to, like when someone asks you about it because they saw it on Facebook or they heard you were doing Plexus, you want to be able to immediately give them your card that has your phone number and has your website on it. I started early on with the business cards. I ordered them right away, and I always carried slim samples with me. I would just keep them in like a Ziploc baggie, and I didn't buy a lot of the 3-day or 7-day trial packs. You can do that. I mean, they're definitely beneficial to do that as well, but I kind of just bought an extra bag and then just just write off that for taxes. You can totally deduct that because it's a business expense, and just always had one slim to share with people. So like I would, and I mean, don't give it to everybody. Don't give it to the stranger on the street that you don't know. But if it's a good friend of yours and, let them try, because some people just want to taste it, make sure that it doesn't make them want to throw up. And then they're ready to order a 30-day supply, which is really the best deal. They're going to get that 30-day a whole lot cheaper than a 7-day. And then they might even join because they want the cheapest price. So business cards and samples, definitely. So that's pretty much in a nutshell what I wanted to share about. And so I'm going to let you guys have the last 10 or 15 minutes to just ask questions. This is the part where it's always quiet.
I have one.
Yay!
As you know, I did really, really well last month. And I get that it's still like the beginning of the month, but I am getting a little discouraged. I've had one person sign up. I've had a ton of people message me about the products and about everything, but then they get discouraged when they hear the price.
Okay.
And like that's common, I guess. I have had that a lot, but I guess I just need a little something to figure out how to get out of this rut. Like there's just nothing, I haven't changed anything I'm doing, but now that we have, we had such a good month last month that now I'm kind of like, well, this stinks. Like
You're like, why can't I have 18 again this month, right?
Right.
Everyone feels really sorry for you right now. I just want you to know.
I bet they do.
And we've all been there, Kristen. We've had months like that too.
Yes, absolutely. No, it's true. And you had a phenomenal month. I mean, keep that in perspective. I mean, that was outstanding.
I also need to, like I have a goal sheet and, I guess my realistic view, like I had said I wanted to be gold this month, which I will. I wanted to be senior gold by like July, and then I wanted to be, like I have all these goals, but I guess I need to be more realistic. Like realistically, how long does it take? Because I essentially just started in February, like really doing the business part of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I guess I need to, like realistically, how long does it take to get to senior gold? How long does it usually take to get to ruby? Like stuff like that. So I'm not just jumping on and getting disappointed.
So here's what I will tell you. You want to take it 1 month at a time. You really do. Like I've been guilty of the same thing. Like, and I've had discussions with Christine Weir about this. Like, okay, when am I going to get to this level? Like she's like, you just take 1 month at a time or one rank at a time. And the fact that you're going gold that fast is amazing, because I will tell you that most people, that's the hardest rank they can get to. That's like the one they struggle to get to, because a lot of times, people will join and then they'll change their mind and decide they don't want to do it or whatever. So you have a lot of attrition. You don't have any attrition. They're all on. They're all ready to go. And so that's a great position to be in. But, as far as, I think getting to senior gold, that's another pretty big jump. And so I think, your key to continuing to grow your business is for you right now, because you have so many on your team that are all brand new and you're still brand new. You're kind of like I was. I mean, I went pretty fast. And so I had to kind of learn as I grew, and as a leader and everything else. So your big thing is you want to be duplicating. You want to be teaching them to add 3. You don't want to take it all upon yourself. I mean, you did. You went gold all by yourself, and then your mom was like bonus. So you want to be training those other people on your team to be getting ambassadors as well, because that takes some of the burden off of you. I mean, you still want to be, your goal really, Kristen, right now, and all of you, is to get 3. It's still always just to get 3. Some months you may not get 3. There have been months I didn't get 3. And lots of people on this call can tell you, Lori and Summer, there's been months they don't get 3. So the realistic goal really for anybody, even though you had a fantastic, ridiculously good month, your goal is still really get 3. And if you have 3 this month, that is amazing. It really is. I mean, because you reached out to a lot of people and you have a ton of new ambassadors. So, keep that in mind. As long as you're getting, even 1 this month or 2 or 3, ideally you want people on your team to be getting 2 or 3. That's great. So don't get discouraged. You'll do fine. I know you will. Nobody thinks you're slacking off over there. I don't know if we lost Kristen. It sounds like we might have.
I'm here. Sorry.
Okay. So yeah, I would just tell you, just focus on, adding and training your team, do team meetings, do team Zooms like this, just with your team or whatever, and just focus on the next level. Because
Right.
there is no formula like how long does it take to get to this rank, because for everybody it's going to be different. Everybody it's going to look completely different. And like, for example, Amber, you know, and Lori, they took a long time to get to gold, but now that they're at gold, they're going fast. You know, Amber's ridiculously fast. So
Yeah.
so it, you know, the timeline looks different for everyone.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and gold is really the hardest in my journey. It took me a long time. So you're doing great, Kristen.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm trying to remember, I joined in January and I think I went gold in April, you know, so it took me a while, and that was fast. That was considered fast, Kristen.
Mhm.
You know, and then when I say I joined, I mean, I know you joined in October, but your daughter was sick, and so you didn't work your business until the end of February was your first one. So the
Right.
fact that you did that so quickly is great. We have another girl on our team, Stephanie Harris, and she lives in Washington State, and she took off really, really slow. And then 1 month, she had the same month you did. The same craziness happened on her team. She had her sister and maybe one other ambassador, I think, that was getting ambassadors, and she was getting ambassadors, and she ended up all of a sudden with like 23, 24 people on her team in 1 month. And that was like, she had 8 before.
Right.
So, I mean, and now she's senior gold. So I've seen it happen, you know, where you just have a crazy good month. I mean, for me, my very best month was last March. And last March, I personally sponsored 11 people. And I still haven't beat that record. I still haven't gotten more than 11. I think, I don't remember, a couple months ago, December, I think it was, or November. November, I think I had 9, or maybe it was 10. But that's the most I've ever had. So, but most months I'm like, you know, like right now I don't have anybody yet. I have lots of people I'm following up with. You know, I'm trying to get 3 in 7 days, just like the rest of you. But, you know, sometimes you can't make it happen, but you keep following up. That's really the key. The opportunity is in the follow-up, and you keep reaching out. And if people aren't responding, then go find someone else to reach out to. I mean, tonight I got my bracelet charm put on for Emerald that Christine sent me, and I took it to Dillard's, and this girl, every time, she works at the James Avery thing at Dillard's, and she's come in, I mean, she's always the one that solders the new charm onto my bracelet. She's like, what's that business you do again? And so I was like, yeah, I'm getting a new car at the end of this month, a free Lexus. What? You know, so I gave her my card. I didn't have a sample with me, whoops. But I gave her my card and texted her the information. Who knows? I don't know if she's going to do it or not, but I'm sure going to follow up with her.
Karen Reed has a question.
Okay, sorry. You have to shut me up sometimes.
That's okay. I just wanted to make sure that she could hear, and I know she's working with baby. So for new ambassadors, would you recommend we focus on getting sales first? I have people that are interested in the products but are very hesitant to join before they have their own testimony.
Okay. That's a great question. So when you start out, I really think you want kind of a mixture. You want some ambassadors and some customers. And the reason I say that is because typically you're doing really good to get 3 ambassadors in 1 month. So you're going to get paid pretty well for that. You're going to get like $75, $25 each welcome pack, which is good. $100 if you went silver all in 1 month. So that's great. You're paying for your products. But if you have that plus a few customers, 2 or 3 customers, then you're talking like $500 or $600. So you're like paying for your products and you're making some money. So I do think it's good to have a mix in the beginning. And certainly if somebody is like, oh no, really, I just want to try it first, then you're like, great, that's fine, that's perfect. Because they can always upgrade. They can always upgrade. But, you know, I used to, when I first started, I would really talk about there's 3 ways to buy. There's retail, preferred, and join, ambassador. And if you're brand new, you want to familiarize yourself with those 3 ways. The first thing you want to know is that retail sucks. Like really, just get it out of your brain. Like they don't want to order retail because it's not any good for them. They are going to pay more, the most. It's the most expensive. Preferred, yes, they're going to get it auto shipped to them every month. However, they're able to cancel it anytime they want, as long as they're canceling before it gets shipped. However, the retail and the preferred both have a 60-day money back guarantee. So a person that orders retail is just kind of silly because there's no extra perks with that. It's just more expensive. But the person that orders preferred is also getting that 60-day money back guarantee, but it's cheaper. So I always steer people in the direction of preferred over retail. Preferred is really good for you as the ambassador because you're not only getting commission off of their order, if they're placing an order, you're getting commission, but you're also getting what's called product bonuses. And the product bonuses are pretty mind-blowing. I mean, just when they order a bag of Slim, you're getting 15% off or 15% back, but you're also getting $18 for one bag of Slim. So, and then if they're doing probiotic and cleanse or block or whatever, those are like $4 or $5 each. So all of that product bonus money adds up. I mean, it can add up to like $100 or more if you have like 5 or 6 customers. So definitely it's to your advantage and theirs for them to be preferred, not retail. So I don't even talk about retail anymore. And to tell you the truth, I really stress the joining thing and the business opportunity first. And then preferred customers just kind of like my fallback. If they don't want to join, they're just like adamant about, nope, pyramid scheme, whatever they say, like I don't want to join. Then let them do preferred customer, because you know what? Sometimes they'll do preferred customer and then they'll realize that they love the products and they'll think, oh, I could be sharing this with my friend or family member and be getting that commission back. So, a lot of times they'll flip to ambassador anyway.
Mm-hmm. Great points.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't
Hey,
be
Rebecca,
shy about the business. Yes.
on preferred customers, is there a minimum that they have to have every month, and can they change it?
Yeah, they can. Okay, so the preferred, they do not have to have a minimum order. If you're joining as an ambassador, you want it to be $100 or more. That's the minimum order. But if they're preferred, they could just order X Factor vitamin and that's all if they wanted. There's no minimum order. And yes, they can change it. When someone's a preferred customer, they're going to get a login number. And when they have that login number, it's almost like our little website for ambassador. They click shopping and they can shop what they want. They can change the backup order, to be something different if they want to change products. And so they're still going to get that preferred cost. And yeah, they can change it. They can move out the date, like for whatever reason, if they don't want to do it 1 month or they're not taking their products consistently, which is a big no-no. But they could move it out a month if they want to. They just don't want to cancel it. Because preferred customers, if they do it on the 4th month, so like they do it 3 months, and then the 4th month, they get an extra 10% off. So if they cancel an order, then a backup order, then they're not going to, like the whole 10% thing starts over. They have to order 4 consecutive months again. So if somebody wants to change the date and move it out a month, they can do that, but they don't want to cancel it. Does that answer that?
Yep, that does. Thank you.
Okay. You guys have good questions tonight.
Those are excellent questions.
Yeah. And, just so that you guys know, as ambassadors, at first people sometimes freak out with the backup order. They're like, oh my gosh, I better turn that thing off because I don't want 2 orders, right? What you need to know about the backup order, it's really, we like to call it a just in case order, because the only time well, here, I'll just back up a little. So like what I do and what most people do, most of our ambassadors, is we just make a mental note or put it on the calendar, whatever, that we're going to order every month by the 25th. So like by the 24th, usually I'm placing an order of over $100 for me and my family. And as long as you place an order by, say, the 24th of over $100, then that backup order, that just in case order, is not going to ship, period. It won't. As long as you have $100 or more, if $500 in there, whatever, like it's not going to ship. I've never gotten my backup order one time. So you don't need to be turning it off and then turning it back on. I mean, that gets confusing, and then sometimes you can miss it and then you won't get your commission. Like say you had a customer or two and you and your husband's order or whatever, if that backup order is not turned on, then you don't get paid commissions. And you want to get paid commissions because you're getting money back. So just know that you want to always have an order of 100 or more, and then you don't have to worry about the backup order. And you just make sure the backup order is turned on conditional. And the conditional means that it's not going to ship unless you have under $100. So they just put that in there, like in case you forget to order, then you might want it to ship to you, right? So set it up to be something you would want to get, but know that most of us don't ever get the backup order. So it's not anything to be afraid of.
Definitely. I like that.
Yeah, it's not scary.
It's not scary. It's not scary. I don't think I've ever had a backup order ship either, because I've always gone in and ordered my product.
Right. Yeah, and you want to, because here's the thing, like you don't really want that backup order to ship every month because it's probably set up for Triplex. You probably already have enough BioCleanse. The bottle is huge for the BioCleanse. You don't go through that every single month. So you're just smarter to order. Order it each month before the end of the month. And like the first month that you join, if you just joined us in April, you don't technically have to have $100 in orders this month because your welcome pack qualifies for that. However, that being said, it's a great idea to get a customer and order that over 100 a month, because you're not getting paid commission on that first 100. You're not getting paid that commission on your welcome pack. But if you had a customer order on your website and it was over $100, or anything over that first 100 actually, so even if it was X Factor vitamin, whatever, you're going to get paid commission off of whatever's the second 100 or the second, you know what I'm saying. Anything over 100, you're getting commission on. So, and then too, like I said, you could get a bag of Slim and pass out samples, whatever, and then you're going to get a little money back for that too.
And for those that join at like the beginning of the month, their backup order isn't set until, so if they join now, the backup order isn't set until May 26th or whatever it may be. So
that's a really good point. If you join early in the month, I totally recommend ordering again before the end of the month, because, shipping had some little glitches for a while. It's gotten better, but sometimes it takes a while to get all the way to Illinois and Indiana and Florida. So it is good to just stay ahead of the game a little bit and order maybe that same month, just to make sure you get your products in time and you don't run out. And then I'll also say this, and I know I've posted this everywhere and you guys have probably seen it to where you're sick of it, but until April 15th, we do have that thanks code. It's THANKS, all caps. Put in the code, click enter amount, make sure you got your 3-digit CCV number on the back of your credit card is correct, and it'll process and it'll get you 15% off this month. So it's a great savings for you guys to use this month. It's only good till the 15th, but it's also a great way to get people to be your customer and or join Plexus, and you can go silver. Awesome opportunity. Plexus never gives that discount to everyone like they did. It was an oops, they weren't supposed to, but they went ahead and honored it, and so it's a great deal to take advantage of. Definitely. Anyone else have a question?
So Rebecca, I have a quick question, and I think I kind of asked you this earlier, but your sip-in fees, how successful have you guys been with those?
Okay, first, who am I talking to, just so I know?
It's Crystal.
Crystal, okay. Okay, so Sip and C's. Lori's the queen of them. She's had great success in Indiana and Illinois. I can't keep track of her. She goes back and forth. She lives out in the sticks, and she goes back and forth to Illinois and Indiana. But, you know, Crystal, it varies. I mean, you know, sometimes they're a great success. It's tricky because you can invite a ton of people, and then still maybe only 2 or 3 or 1 will show up. So I never feel like 1 or 2 or 3 is a waste, because that might be your rock star. That might be your person that really takes the business and runs. So it is good, you know, to have them. You just have them over in your house or wherever you meet someplace, and you let them taste the pink drink. You give them the information about the products and the ways to buy and the business. And so a lot of success comes from those sip and sees. I will tell you, if you can get a person to show up to a sip and see or any kind of live event, or even we've had online Plexus parties too that have been really successful. We've just started doing those. But anytime you can get someone to get involved in hearing your story or hearing your upline story, then yeah, the sip and sees can be very successful.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
And let me add, in Illinois and Indiana, Plexus was relatively unknown. So I really felt that I had to do the sip and sees to just get the word out. And attendance varies. It just kind of depends on what's going on in the area. So it really varies as far as attendance goes. Sometimes we've had, 20 people, and sometimes we've had 3 people. So it has varied, but it is relatively unknown. So, I'm willing to go wherever my team wants me to go.
And Crystal, it's unknown in Arizona too, for sure. It's still very unknown.
Which is really weird for me because of us having the office here.
I know. It's crazy. I mean, when I joined Plexus 15 months ago now, I did not know a soul here that did Plexus. I had never heard of anybody that did it. I only heard about it through Christine, who was in Oklahoma. And at first I was kind of like, oh, how am I going to do this? Because I don't even have a team to lean on that's here, or to go to sip and sees with people or anything. So that's when I just, from scratch, did it here on my own and a few people. But I don't know. I think it's hard because people are, especially I think here in Arizona, the big city, like people are busy. Their kids have sports, they have church, they have this, they have that every night of the week, and so I would say, just schedule one and see who shows up, and do another one. And Lori's right. I mean, that is a great way to get the word out. And I'm going to do a live event too. Hope, if not this month, next month for sure. So you can invite people to that as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Because did you have a sip and see? Or I guess Jennifer did, right?
Yeah, Jennifer did, and Monica and I were the only ones that showed up. But it was good because I was already, I was ready to join. But Monica, I think she's a preferred customer, and she just wanted to hear more about the other items that are part of Plexus. And I think she got a lot of information. I know I got a lot of information that I wasn't aware of. So I thought it was good.
Yeah.
Even with 1 or 2 people.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, that's true. I mean, I think it's still very worthwhile. And make it convenient for you. Make it on a night that just works for you, because you're never going to please everybody and get everybody there. I learned that a long time ago. The other thing I want to touch on that I think I didn't really answer, that somebody asked about, what do you do with people that just want to try it first and they just want to be a customer and they don't want to join? I think the key to that, like I said, is let them, but also really, stress to them that there's less than 1% of returns, first of all. That 60-day money-back guarantee, Plexus offers that out. Well, if Plexus products didn't work and they were doing the 60-day money-back guarantee, they'd be busy just returning stuff all day long, and they would never make any money, and they definitely wouldn't be, ranked by Inc. 500 as one of the fastest growing private companies in America 2 years in a row. So, I always tell people that, like, there's less than 1% return. And I even tell them, like, for myself, I never even tasted the drink. you know, and I joined because it was just cheaper, and obviously I loved it, and you will too. So, you know, I would definitely, but you know, again, don't lose like a sale over it because you want them to join and you don't want them to be a customer. Customers are good. We appreciate customers too, definitely.
And customers are good. And I echo what you said, Rebecca, in that I didn't try it before I joined either. I think I asked you several questions, but I didn't even try it before. So
yeah, honestly, I've had a lot of people that never tried it, honestly, or maybe they've tried one packet, like people that are here locally, but the whole thing of they have to do it 30 days or they have to do it 7 days to decide, like most people are just going to go off of they trust you, they've seen you do it. And the other thing I'll tell you is, you know, I have people still today that have watched me this whole time, 15 months, that are just now, I mean, I had one call yesterday. She's like, you know, I know we talked about this, actually it was August when I talked to her, you know, and she's just now ready. So people like to watch your journey and they do the research and then they start seeing, like one person told me the other day, like, oh yeah, your Plexus thing is really starting to take off now. Like I'm meeting other people that do it and stuff, and they know people that do it. So they just have to watch you sometimes, and that's fine. So, all right, well, I've kept you guys a really long time. So I'm going to end the recording and I'll stay on a few more minutes if you have more questions. But thanks for joining us, and go Plexus. You guys are doing great. I'm here to cheer you on.